Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer Terri and I make Philippine travel updates. This video is for former Filipinos and foreign nationals. And we have heard a big change yesterday that the Philippines will require foreign nationals to be fully vaccinated to enter the Philippines starting February 16. And if you have been watching the news, there are news like this and they give the correct information. Well, there are news titles that may be misleading, like this one: Philippines to allow entry of fully vaccinated foreigners starting February 16. Well, to me, it sounds like the Philippines is reopening. One subscriber asks, is visa on arrival available on February 16? Will the Philippines accept foreign tourists by February 16, 2022? The answer is no. Going back to the IATF Resolution 157, the announcement, only foreign nationals allowed to enter into the country are required. Who are they? They are foreigners with visas, those covered by the Balikbayan privilege, immediate families of Filipinos. And that's it. The IATF resolution did not mention about reopening to foreign tourists or visa upon arrival. So that news titles is kind of misleading, no? So what we know right now is that February 16 is the implementation date of no vax, no entry for foreign nationals, but it's not the reopening date. There is no update yet on the reopening. Remember last December, we were supposed to reopen December 1, but because of Omicron, it was suspended. And since then, we haven't heard any update. Nada. Nothing. So I'm so sorry, but yeah, I'm just giving the right information, guys. February 16 is the date that foreign nationals would be required to be fully vaccinated to enter the Philippines. It's not the reopening date. Now let's go back to the IATF Resolution 157. I just want to emphasize it that starting February 16, all foreign nationals must provide proof of full vaccination to be able to enter the Philippines. Who are covered by this no vax, no entry rule? Foreign nationals, including former Filipinos. So Filipinos who were born Filipinos but acquired foreign citizenship. They did not reacquire Filipino citizenship. They did not acquire dual citizenship. They stayed as foreign national, former Filipinos. Yan po, considered na po kayo as foreign national. Kahit may dugong Pinoy, pero kung passport nyo po ay foreigner na lang po talaga, hindi na kayo nag-apply ng dual citizenship or nag-reacquire ng Filipino citizenship, considered as foreign national na po kayo. So yes, former Filipinos are covered by this no vax, no entry rule starting February 16. And to be considered fully vaccinated, you should receive your second dose 2 weeks after. So 2 weeks after the second dose for a 2-dose series. For example, Pfizer, Moderna, AstraZeneca, Sinovac. So that's 2-dose series, right? So it has to be 2 weeks after. So if, for example, you receive your vaccine January 20, so you will be considered fully vaccinated by February 3 or 4 because it has to be 2 weeks after. While you will also be considered fully vaccinated if you receive J&J, if it's a single shot vaccine, 2 weeks after. Okay? And lastly, to be considered fully vaccinated, your vaccine brand should be accepted or recognized in the Philippines. So vaccines that have been approved for emergency use or special permit by Philippines FDA or emergency use by the WHO will be accepted. So these are the accepted vaccine brands. So there's a lot of vaccine brands because we use a lot of vaccine brands here in the country. So I'm sure majority of you who's vaccinated, vaccines nila accepted. So let's go. Accepted vaccine brands. There's Pfizer, AstraZeneca, Sinovac, Sputnik Light, Janssen, Covaxin, Moderna, Sinopharm, Covovax, and Novavax. Yeah, these are all accepted in the Philippines. Moving forward, who are exempted? Yes, Whenever there is a rule, there is always an exemption. Who are exempted from this no vax, no entry rule starting February 16? Children. Children who are 18 years old and under. They are considered minors and they are exempted from this rule. Next up is people who are medically unable to get vaccinated, but they must have a proof of a certificate issued by a competent public health authority in the country of origin. Who else are exempted? Foreign diplomats and their dependents. 9E, okay, not 9A, 9E, diplomats are exempted from this no vax, no entry rule. The DOTR has mandated the Civil Aeronautics Board, the airlines, to check and require foreign nationals traveling to the Philippines to show proof of full vaccination before boarding the flight. So, no proof of vaccination, no boarding. Or no proof of exemption, no boarding. Yan. Either you are exempted or you're fully vaccinated. That's it. And for those who will be traveling soon, don't worry. This rule will only apply starting February 16. While for foreign nationals, you must have your proof of vaccination. That's very important. So if you're vaccinated in the Philippines, that's VaxCert.ph. You can access that online, vaxcert.gov.ph. While if you're vaccinated overseas, which a lot of you are, you must bring the national or state digital certificate of your foreign country, and that country must have a reciprocal agreement with the Philippines, and that is that our VaxCert.ph should also be accepted in your country. I will show the list of countries later. Or another option is a WHO International Vaccination Certificate or prophylaxis. This one, it's not really usually used. I know in Germany they use this yellow card. So if you have that yellow card, that will be accepted. Or your national state digital certificate. It can be digital or physical. So these are the countries that accept the vaccination certificates. So vaccination certificates or cards of these countries will be recognized in the Philippines. That's Armenia, Austria, Canada, France, Germany, Japan, Kuwait, Oman, Singapore, Thailand, Turkey, UK, Colombia, Iraq, Monaco, Australia, Belgium, Czech Republic, Georgia, India, Kazakhstan, New Zealand, Samoa, Sri Lanka, Netherlands, UAE, the US, Italy, Tunisia, and Vietnam. Jennifer, my country is not on that list. I don't know what to say because I've been hearing sometimes what's being announced and what's actually happening at the airport are different. I've been hearing that even if the country is not here, their vaccination card is accepted. So I don't know what to say, guys. If you want to be very, very sure, you can secure a prophylaxis card, this yellow card. You can even just order them online on Amazon and have the medical professional sign it. Anyways, what's really important is you have the proof of vaccination. The Bureau of Quarantine and Immigration were ordered or directed to recognize only the proof of vaccination that is approved by the IATF. How about those who refuse to be vaccinated? Mga former Filipinos na ayaw magpabakuna. And you are not, what if you don't want to get vaccinated but you are traveling to the Philippines on or after February 16? What's your option? Well, I have very few suggestions. Fly before February 16, so you must rebook your flight or buy a ticket now. Plane tickets are expensive if you buy them at a very short notice. There is a very limited flights to the Philippines right now, and flight cancellation is very common. Another option is wait till they remove this requirement. When? Who knows? Only God knows. But as long as this COVID is very rampant, very exponentially spreading throughout the world, especially in the Philippines, today we recorded another record high cases, 39,000. I think this requirement will stay here for long. So either you travel now before February 16, you get vaccinated, or you don't travel to the Philippines, or you wait for this requirement to be lifted. Yeah, your options are very, very limited. So, I just want to emphasize, former Filipinos, again, balikbayans po, covered po kayo. No vax, no entry starting February 16. You are considered a foreign national. Another option for former Filipinos, reacquire Filipino citizenship. Kasi dual citizens, as long as they have Filipino passport or their dual citizenship certificate reacquisition, then they are Filipino citizens. Thus, this no vax, no entry rule does not apply to them because they are Filipinos. This restriction, no vax, no entry, after all, is just a requirement for foreign national. So yeah, two options. Get vax or reacquire Filipino citizenship for now. That's the quickest option. This is all for this video. If you have any questions, comment down below. Your vaccination certificate can either be printed or digital, but it's best if it's printed. This is all for this video, guys. I hope it gave you clarity. And reminder that 48 hours RT-PCR test requirement will take effect on January 20. And children who are under 3 are exempted from that RT-PCR test before travel requirement. If you have any more questions, go to my last videos, guys. I explain more the travel protocols there. And if you have any questions, comment down below. I may make a Q&A video just for balikbayans and foreigners. I'll see you guys with another travel update. Stay safe and God bless. Bye.